I'm standing right next to the stone tower, which is in Allegheny State Park in Western New York State. I know it's not that impressive of a structure, but it's kind of iconic here at the park. It's well known. It's a well-visited spot, well-loved. It's got some history. But more than anything, this is to demonstrate a point to you, because I want to show you how I overcame something. I used to be terrified of heights. We're going to go inside this tower now. I used to be terrified of heights. I would get so overcome with fear that it was literally paralyzing for me. I would be paralyzed by terror when I went anywhere near the edge of a height, even at this height, which isn't even that high. But especially for something like this, where I'm going to show you the distance. You can see the distance of, that little bit of view you can see. It's open, look at over there, you can see. An open view like this would have inspired in me this absolute terror that would give me jelly legs, it would give me vertigo, it would churn in my stomach. I would literally have to crawl. I'm not kidding when I say I had to crawl on my hands and knees to go anywhere near an edge of any kind. But now, look at this. I am right at the edge of the railing, and you can see it's not that high, but it's high enough that, if I were to fall, I could hurt myself. Seriously hurt myself. I could probably break something. I doubt that I would really be hurt. But look at this. I can put my leg right over and sit on, look at that. I'm sitting on this railing. No fear. None. I would have had to crawl to the edge of this a little while ago, a few years ago. And I'm just hanging out. No fear. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nothing. Isn't that awesome? I mean, with this same strategy that I used to help myself get over the fear of a height like this, even though it's not that high, seriously, you know how it is when phobia is phobia. It's not logical. It doesn't care whether it makes sense or not. You're in your mind, you are fooled by the phobia. It fools you into thinking that something is dangerous, even if it's not. And so, but with the same strategy that I used to help myself get over a fear like this, look at that sunshine coming out. Ooh, I manifested that special just for today. Hi, sun. Oh, gorgeous. So, for a moment like this where I can stand at the edge, I also climbed a 12,000 foot mountain out in Nevada and stood at the edge of a precipice that a few years prior to that would have immobilized me. I literally at one point tried to climb a mountain with a partner and tried like heck to get past one certain point on the mountainside, and I was paralyzed. I literally could not go forward. I felt like I was going to wet myself. I'm not kidding. I was so fearful. I was shaking. I couldn't move. It's a miracle I even got myself down. But I did. And the point of all of this is to say, listen, if you are suffering with fear, if you are struggling with how you feel when it comes to any kind of phobia, no matter what it is, I'm here to tell you, you can figure it out. You can get through it. There are strategies that you can utilize in order to help yourself calm down in the moment when you are suffering through that phobia. You can feel better if you want to. And it's all about helping yourself to understand that you can do these things in safe circumstances and with the right support and with the right mindset. It's all about retraining your mind, and I could help you with that if you're interested. I have a free story on my website that you can read. It's called Hiking Haystack, ElaineRSnyder.com. Don't forget the R in there. ElaineRSnyder.com is my website, and you can find my story on there. I will put a link to that if you'd like to read it. And it talks about how I hiked Haystack in the Adirondack Mountains and overcame one of my worst fears. That was the moment. That was the pinnacle moment when I really did overcome that awful fear that was so paralyzing for me. And then if you're interested, you could buy my book called How to Be Afraid and Do It Anyway. It talks about fear and how to get through it. It gives you strategies. It gives you step-by-step instructions on how to get through that fear. And if that's not enough for you, you could always contact me to come and give a motivational speech or coach you, whatever you need. I mean, I'm here for you if you need something. So I just want you to know that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle with this. You don't have to just live with it. This does not have to define you. It does not have to control your life. It doesn't have to stop you from doing things that you might want to do in your life. It doesn't have to prevent you from enjoying things that you might love. I now climb mountains. I climb mountains all the time now because I dealt with my fear. I no longer have it. You can see me. I'm not, look at this. I'm serious. I can lean right over the edge and it's not scary anymore. If you want to feel better, if you want this for yourself, if you want your life to change, you can have that. So I encourage you to contact me if you would like, buy my book, read my stories, whatever you like, find what you want, find the resources that make you feel better. And I also have an Instagram feed that is all about, on my IGTV channel, it's all about weekly writing prompts that can help you shift your mindset naturally without very much work at all, less than 5 minutes a day, literally, and you can change your life. So if any of these tools, and that's totally free, so if any of these tools are helpful for you, I am so happy. All right, and if you like, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on my website. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and start thinking about how can you start living life without fear. You can do it.